All right. I'm just gonna see. Pretty sure Lyric's on right now. See what he's up to. I'm gonna restream it.
For gaming before. Future game show is at 3. Oh, fuck. I was looking at Brazil. It is at 3 p.m. I was looking at BRT. Future game shows at 3 p.m. True. Mini Royale is back.
Oh, Minnie's up.
Was that like animal battle royale? That was actually pretty good. Oof. Yeah, I gotta pre-purchase this real quick. Oh my god, bro. This is gonna be fucking beautiful.
Ooh,
Oh my
F-117.
fucking god.
Save that for
Wait, it
later.
says August 19th. But is this kind of bullshit? It actually comes out on the 20th, right? I hope it comes out on the 19th, but it's probably late on the 19th. I can't. I'm not gonna be here on the 20th, bro. Yeah, it's a time zone.
Okay. Let me just update my stream title real quick for YouTube. Do they have like a just chatting section or what? Just chatting? Chatting? IRL? Pod? None. Just go with none for now. Oh, I didn't even change my title. All right. Okay, there we go.
You know, just because this game has had a history, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. It is an interesting approach.
I'll probably catch up on Lurk's stream later or his VOD. Alright, just testing audio real quick. Is it good? Alright, just testing audio real quick. Okay, my bad. There's a few things that have been updated recently, so we'll start with Ready or Not. That one just got a new dev update here. So I don't know if they put a video out or not, but they tend to put, which is nice that they put their updates here on Steam directly. So there's a new DLCs but then this DLC that was announced in April, just yesterday, there's a delay on that DLC. So it's supposed to be a new map. It's called Home Invasion. I think 3 new maps, 2 new weapons. I didn't get to read much on this. Free game update. Parallel free update for the base game as well. I'm fine with DLCs as long as they provide free updates to the game as well. I mean, the only other way to monetize your game is through selling skins or whatever, gun skins or character skins or cosmetics. So that's whatever. Dynamic dialogue system and lip sync. Reaction volumes. I think there was some of the modding community, they came up with a mod that allows you to use your voice to command your squad. That's probably one of the coolest things I've seen so far. Obviously it needs a lot of work, but I think that's just really cool. and then being able to use AI to command it, or use a combination of AI and voice to work with your squad.
Searching. Sweeping. Searching the area. Securing the area for any contacts. Doing a sweep. Checking. Checking the area. Put the knife on the ground! Drop the knife! Put the knife down! Put the knife on the ground!
See what else they got. I think they just did some promo videos, or just some social videos. Audio probe reverb demonstration, SWAT AI vlog. This one's 14 minutes. I don't think I can watch that. I think this was like 3 months ago, but yeah, these ones are all the newest updates. But the most important one is right here. Aside from this one's huge too. So TLDR, this one is that they're migrating the game from Unreal Engine 4.27 to the latest 5.3. So that's a big one. You don't see a lot of games do engine migrations, even new like games with AAA resources or a company. Like even like for example Lost Ark. Their their publisher is Smilegate, and I think Smilegate is something. I'm not sure what Amazon's relation is to Smilegate, but I know Amazon has a huge stake in it, I assume. But that's a lot of funding. And not even they're running on Unreal 3.4, right? The Lost Ark, and they have not even tinkered the idea of migrating to Unreal 5. So it's very, very rare. It's a huge process to migrate everything, potentially like having to redo a lot of assets and backbone coding and whatever. So that's huge. But you know what that means though? That means that everyone's gonna have to upgrade their computers to be able to run it. Unless they figure out a way to optimize it so like deep that the game is like super scalable all the way down to like low end PC. But I think that no matter what, these with UE5, you're just gonna have to upgrade or make a slight adjustment to your system to run it. But I'm curious to see how it's gonna look. I think the game would look amazing with UE5. But yeah, that was the right move, honestly, for me. It's like there's no point of continuing to pile on more onto the game if you're running on the older engine. It's like if you have a car and you have like, I don't know, like a decades old engine, you might as well just have started spending time to upgrading it to a new one. And then eventually you can add on the every other thing, like updated transmission, suspension or whatever. But that engine, it's gonna be sitting there. So this is gonna be interesting. But the game already looks amazing on 4.3, so that's cool. That's really cool. As I said, what you call it? This game is probably one of the best looking shooter games that I've played. It's not perfect. Like there's obviously assets or like textures that are just, kind of cartoony looking at times. Character models, but just from a general like, you just jump into a game and you just look at the entire scenery, your gun model and everything, and then the way it transitions from, just hip fire to ADS, and you're just looking at things around you. Probably one of the best looking games so far. This update was regarding probably one of the another important issue was that bots can essentially aimbot through walls or X-ray vision. So in the current iteration of the game, as you're going up against bots, they can happen to shoot you through like doors and walls and windows without having to actually able to see you. It only makes sense if it's transparent windows or doors with like little windows they can see through. But there were times where the door is completely opaque, I guess. And they can completely shoot you through there. So this one is gonna address that. So now there's a series of like rays or lines, and it does pretty much checks. So I think they had to acquire at least 3 of these rays in order to confirm that they see a target, and then they'll start shooting. So for here, they see at least two, so that they can shoot through this crack. But further out, it looks like they weren't able to acquire the target. That means that they won't shoot because they can't see. And then in this GIF, it does the checks again. So 1, 2, 3 rays, 4 rays confirmed. So obviously the suspect or a bot is gonna shoot at the target once it confirms. I think at least 3 to 4 rays, or at least 2 to 3. I don't remember, but yeah. Usually they put out a video for these things, but I guess this one was just more like a document. They also address gas grenades as well, so it also blocks vision. Accuracy penalty. I'm surprised that they haven't put smoke grenades in yet, but hopefully that's coming soon. But I don't know if SWAT even uses smoke. It seems like a hazard. Okay. I don't know if there's anybody that see. I don't know if there's anybody that put out videos, like a brief of what's happening new with the Ready or Not. Yeah, all of these are fairly old. This week perhaps. Okay. And then I think Road to Vostok has some new stuff here. I did watch this last week, so I won't watch it again, but basically we're on the next demo update, which is 2.3. And then there's a lot of changes, including the doctor and the merchant, and then ammunition. The roadmap's right here. Oh, it's 2v2 actually. Q2 of 2024. That would mean, if Q3 is from January to March, then Q2 would be from April to June, right? April, May, June. Crafting system, dynamic ambient.
Will include all the features showcased in this devlog episode, map details, and the much awaited AI overhaul. This demo will be the project's last public demo, and after this the development of the early access phase and features will begin.
I'm not sure when the
We have a lot of new
2.2
stuff
is
in this
available
devlog
yet.
episode, but as always, let's start with some behind the scenes content first. A while ago, I was asked, what is the one thing that I'm personally excited about this project? One of those things that I'm definitely looking forward to is the actual implementation of the border zone in the game. The current Road to Vostok demo does not yet represent what this part of the game world will eventually be. So I thought that I'd start this demo.
So we in the I think 2.1 version of the demo, we only have access to shipyard, village, highway, I think radar. I don't think we have access to railroad, swamp, or store yet, or lake. So a very narrow section. Shipyard, village, school. I don't know if I saw school on the way to. Cause I don't know if I. Yeah, I think it was shipyard, village, highway, and then radar. And there was a location in between. Um, radar. What was the place? It was like minefields or something like that. But yeah, there's just so much more locations now.
Vlog episode with a little visit to the IRL border zone to show what it really looks like. Enjoy the devlog and welcome to Border Zone.
Yeah, I watched this already, but he showed some really cool stuff like the IRL locations, like this forest. And then the Russian and Finland border. Um, those posts that you see. So it's really cool to see that he actually goes out there and takes inspiration from nature, I guess, or just the environment. That's really nice. And then so as of the moment, well, prior to 2.2, all ammos were the same, meaning that you picked up an ammo box and it reloads any weapon. That was just a temporary system, but it was obvious that he was going to introduce different ammo types for different weapons. That just like DayZ was. So that's going to be added. His weapon wall is cleaner than mine. Mine's a mess. I kind of want to see if yeah, I don't know when 2.2 is available yet. I haven't seen any update. Let me see. What's a Vo stack? The game is, I think, from my personal experience playing it, it's closer towards DayZ and Stalker than anything. I know a lot of people compare it to EFT, but this game feels more like DayZ because it's very like survival focused. I think DayZ is more. I mean, EFT is more focused on like the shoot loot aspect. You go in an instance, you come back out. But this one does have instances. You go in an instance, you come back out and stash the stuff in your inventory. So it's similar in that sense, but you're not really dealing with like PvE or anything. It's just straight up PvE. But it feels like the way you wander the zones and stuff, it just feels closer towards DayZ in my opinion. Roadmap. This one is yeah, we're currently at public demo 2, and then public demo 2.2. That one is probably not yet available. I'm glad that he's addressing the AI. Obviously there were placeholders or temporary. So yeah. And then on the road to early access in Q3 of 2024. So that would be sometimes around July, I assume. July, August, September, that's Q3. And then Q4 would be like October, November, December. So this year we might see early access. Standard version, supporter version. That's cool though. At least there's a good roadmap on what we're about to see. New weapons, new items, trading system, shelter. Cool. Yeah, overhaul, demo branch, commercial branch, school, store, outpost, terminal, bridge, bunker, gunsmith, doctor, awesome, winter mode. Honestly, I enjoyed the demo from the few like hours that I've played. How many hours did I even put into the game? Anyways, see profile, and then all recently played, all games. PoE is like the second most like hours I've put into a game. I think League is about like 3.3 hours, 3.3k. And then this one's 2.47k, which is not really a lot given how long I've played PoE. It's like 2015, I think. I don't remember, or that's when I created my account. But it was more like a game that I play on and off. 620 hours in here, 517. The Lost Ark. I've played more Call of Duty than Armored. That's surprising. Daisy, 214. Where is it? I think it's like in the 60s, 60-hour range. Road to Vostok. Oh, it doesn't show up here. Maybe it's because it's still in demo phase, that's why. Okay, I guess it didn't show it. I think Mini is available today, so that's gonna be on the list after PUBG. I guess there's, if I just click on the store side of it, it should show. Okay, so 26.4 hours. Mini, I think is, they have their playtest today. Shotgun dose damage, upcoming playtests, April 26. Let me just take a quick glance at it first, just to see. So let me see if Mini is available. I'll capture it once it loads up from the client. It's loading. I just want to see what's going on with the Mini. And I also want to see if I can run combat champs. Have they? I don't think I've seen any recent updates, but I want to see if they optimized it since the last time I've played. So I wasn't able to run it that well. Let's see. A few more minutes, still launching. Might as well put on my glasses. Just a sec, I just need to wipe the dust off. Do you launching? All right. Spinner. I think all the games I transitioned them to my SSD. The only two left are Lost Ark and I believe Don't Starve and what you call it? Guild Wars. because I haven't played them in a while, so I didn't really need to rush to migrate them yet. But on Steam, it's really nice. You just hit the game properties and you click on Manage Installation folder, and then it lets you migrate them to any disk that you want. So I started putting a lot of games on my SSD that I recently got. Okay, so it is available and it ends in a day. A day in 15 hours. So I can show it here. 1 second. So I think I'm gonna do that after PUBG. Because it's a really weird explanation. So I tend to run the heavy games first in the day because since it runs heavier, that means that it heats up my computer faster. So I would want to run all the heavy stuff first, and then the lighter stuff later in the day. But here it is. There you go. I'm gonna set that scene. But we'll start with PUBG first, though. But I was just checking to see if that was in playtest, so that's available. It's pretty fun. It's not that serious. I think it just needs a lot more players. In my opinion, I think it's the most simplest iteration of a BR aside from PUBG. Then I guess there's no like overly complicated stuff there. So that's why I like it. It reminds me of like a more simpler version of like the Warzone. Warzone's a PUBG or in a battle royale. And then I guess what else was happening? The Game Awards, Summer Game Fest. Desktop. That was just yesterday I was watching. But all the game announcements, everything announced. So there's that. Quidditch champs. I think out of all the ones that I am looking forward to, probably this one. No More Room in Hell 2. But I guess we can watch it. I think I played the first one. That was pretty fun. But it looks so much more, the graphics look so much more better. I do love me a survival game or a zombie game. I don't know how deep it would go in terms of the survival aspect. So I know that it was more about like doing looting and doing missions. Player quad. Oh, it's gonna be on Halloween. Okay, this year, early access. That was good. That is 7, Dragon Ball Z, a new Batman game. I guess Street Fighter versus SNK. The First Descendant. Alan Wake 2. Oh, Skate was announced. I believe Valorant is going to have a beta access for their console. So they're coming to PS5 and Xbox. Is there a way to share that? I think I always knew that they will. Is it?
Valorant is officially coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S later this year with a limited beta access June 14th in the US, Canada.
Yeah,
UK,
honestly, I saw
Europe,
that
and
coming because I
Japan.
think that with the simplistic amount of buttons that you need to use, I think all the keys that you have on the controller, definitely there's an adequate amount to be able to support this game. Plus, the game runs really lightly, so it was bound to be on consoles. Is there a way to share these? Share. Anyways, but yeah,
For Fort
Valorant's
Ray,
coming to
we've got
console.
you covered. Here's what you need to know about the Valorant console launch. Valorant will not feature universal crossplay between PC and consoles. However, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S will offer crossplay between the two consoles. According to Arnar Gilfisson, production director of Valorant, this was done to ensure that Valorant's standard of competitive integrity was maintained. Additionally,
I think for ranked, it should not be crossplay, but for casual, just open crossplay. I think that's fine. Just across all the platforms. But it makes sense that they would limit it in rank because of different aim assist and control sensitivity and all that stuff. Differences in how you play the game. But that's really hard to balance. But I don't think it's impossible. It's just really tricky. There was another game too that I saw. Dune Awakening. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I didn't finish the first one, but I will. That's something I still have in mind that I want to finish. New World. Power World. Path of the Goddess. This one looks good. Phantom Blade. I'll watch the trailer again. It's a bit loud.
How many days do I have left? 42 or 41? The Faceless is here!
Don't go up there.
So that's the one thing about Elden Rings and Dark Souls or any of the From Software games. I think maybe Sekiro might have a faster gameplay, which kind of looks to be what this game is aiming for. But the reason why I do own Dark Souls 3, but I think the gameplay is a little bit slow for my liking. But this one looks to kind of
Turn back before it's
lean
too late.
towards Sekiro in terms of combat speed. They would contract the Who for the music. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, this looks pretty fun. Phantom Blade. There's a lot more. I mean, there's people who are excited for that Lego Horizon crossover. There was a bunch of indie games too. And then there was a game that kind of looked like Stellar Blade. I don't remember what it was. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Slitherhead. That looks kind of interesting. Oh yeah, let's watch Kingdom. I want to finish this game.
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition. Man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls.
These two young fellas, I need to find them. One's a smart-ass Smith, and the other's a blue-blooded fledgling.
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Father, there are many sinners in this world. But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything. I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Kiss our asses!
God, is this retribution for my sins?
Yeah.
To the task!
Come on!
To the task!
To the fucking task.
The first one is easily one of the best RPG games that I've played in a while. But as I said, I need to finish the first one, plus the DLCs that I got for it.
This is Steve Downs.
But yeah, it's very story rich. I guess you could think of it like Skyrim without the dragons or fantasy stuff, just straight up medieval. I think it's based out of a Czech or Czech war or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, it's based off of real world war or historical war. I don't know if the characters are all. I mean, there's probably some fictional characters or a good chunk of fictional characters, but some of the figures in there are actual historical figures. That's cool. I'm not too sure how to feel about Delta Hawk. I mean, does it aim to be
Team, rally up.
the next
We've got a new
extractor?
mission. Operation Lightning Strike. The situation at Zero Dam is now very serious, with conflicts escalating between Havoc Corps and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective: collect and decode the Mandelbrick located at the tourist center at the southeast region. We need to utilize terrain for stealth insertion. Execute swiftly and silently.
We're in position.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Luna, clean the balcony. On your mark. Balcony clear.
Go, go, go! Clear the area! Shield down. I'm going in.
Shit! They've got a flamethrower! Engaging! Second floor!
Coming up! All clear. Prepare for decoding.
That's all for mission briefing. The drill is over. Operation commences. Good luck.
This is an entirely different game. This is called Blackhawk or something.
Why are they burning tires? RPG! Hold on!
All units prepared for landing. 2 feet, 1 foot. Clear. Secure and capture a team in your cabinet. Over.
Get down! Get down! Enemy attack! Turn right! Enemy vehicles coming! Vehicle under attack!
It's so weird how it transitioned from one game to the other. I don't know if from. Oh, okay. So that must be like a DLC or something. Oh, that's the campaign mode. Okay. Blackhawk Down campaign. Well, at least the campaign is just, nothing like crazy futuristic, but it's strange that the theme of the multiplayer is going to be very different from the campaign, but who knows.
There was a lot that came out of my hands-on time with Delta Force Hawk Ops that I didn't.
I'm kind of. I think that game would have been super popular back in 2000 and I don't know, like 11 or something. But I think we're really well past the age of how do you say, first person shooters that are named very like kind of like movie like, Gray Zone Warfare, Arena Breakout Infinity, Delta Hawk Ops, Delta Force Hawk Ops. Those are very like, it's almost as like, I mean the game looks pretty cool, but I think that the titles just, they needed to do a little bit of work on that. Seems like a title that was designed for like teenagers. Kind of reminds me of like Hollywood movies, but I mean, people are liking Arena Breakout. I think Gray Zone, I think mixed reviews, honestly. I don't know what Delta Force can be like. So there's a few people who may have had their hands on the game already, but I haven't really sat down and watched too much of it. But it kind of reminds me of a little bit of like Battlefield. But they said that it has extraction, so I'm not sure how that works. But I would have to watch more of the gameplay to really give it a judgment, or actually sit down and play it to be able to judge it. I don't know. Okay, just another sec, because I need to test out another game as well. Combat Champs. I want to play it, but I can't run it. So I had to, probably just had to wait until it develops further. Oh shoot, got a call. 1 second. My bad.
Thank you for making Combat Champions what it is. Without your support and dedication, we wouldn't be here today. here for our combat champions. Let them know you love them.
Okay. I think I might be like in 30 minutes I might need to step away for like just like I don't know, like 30 minutes or an hour, depending. I have relatives visiting. Family members visiting. Okay, so playtest is not active. Okay. I'm pretty sure the textures of combat champions and the models and the environment, the character models, gun models, everything is simplistic. So I have, without a doubt, the game is going to be optimized at some point, right? But everything there's a placeholder. There's a lot of things to be working on in terms of performance. So we're just waiting on that. But I mean, if you like the finals, but you wanted something like the familiar game mode like Conquest or Domination, Combat Champs is the right direction for that. Finals is pretty fun too. It's just that if you're more into like the Overwatch style, like heist or escort, combat is more closer towards like objective matches that are, capture the point or whatever like that. But I can show the trailer for it. Window capture. Okay, do you see that? I don't need to turn on desktop here. This is it. Just for TLDR or whatever, TLDW, C77 is the developer for this game. Think of it as, okay, former DICE devs, Exodus, migrated from DICE to wherever they went. Some of them went to Embark Studio, formed the finals. The other ones went to C77 and formed this game. So that's pretty much their relation to DICE. So former DICE devs.
Good evening. Welcome back to Combat Champions.
Today, we're bringing you the finest in hostile takeovers.
This is guaranteed to be an all-out carnival of carnage from two titans of industry. Let's get this party started. There they go!
Dropping down from the sky.
Woo! Headshot!
Grab some air.
Special delivery.
Disintegrator. That's a pick.
2 in a row. The wait is over. The beef is going on the grill.
See how it reminds you of the finals? That's the other half of DICE. So they have their own type of game. Sort of like sports, FPS, shooter, arena style. So that's gonna be interesting. Also, the finals have their season 3. Which I thought was pretty interesting. Oh, Home Invasion has a preview? Okay. Which, this was in the Summer Game Fest as well.
If they hit that reset button.
Okay, so there's this.
If they hit that reset button, it can take us anywhere.
I'm waiting for the finals to get a little bit more optimized. I can run it. It's just that there were frame drops here and there. But it's a decent shooter too. Something worth trying out a couple times. Kind of reminds me of like Overwatch, which I didn't have spend a whole lot of time on. But there's that season 3. What else? Did Mini had an announcement? Let me see. I don't think so. Mini Royale. The playtest is available this weekend, but it's good so far. The gunplay is pretty solid. I think the only thing that is lacking is, I would say, more weapon variety, and then they just need to update the audio to something a little bit more with more dump to it. And when I hit a gun, just crack. But I mean, it's toy soldiers. Even if the sound sounds generic, it still matches the theme of the game, which is like plastic weapons and stuff. But
You watch it?
people are enjoying it.
Too late. TikTok got banned.
The gameplay is actually pretty good. Like, I don't mind the graphics. I think the audio just needs a slight work, but other than that, it's a nice and simple BR. It just needs more players. That's really it. But their looting system works just fine. So I'll be playing that later today. I think it's a nice casual BR that you don't have to worry or stress about a lot. Obviously, there's gonna be sweats and whatever, but that's with any BR. But I like the gunplay. I'm kind of curious if they're gonna bring in projectile bullets or physics-based projectile bullets. I don't think so, but who knows? I mean, if they at least bring in the same mechanics from BF2, which is like pseudo bullet drop or pseudo projectiles, I would be fine with that too. As long as the sniping has some sort of curve to it. That way, it makes sniping a little bit more tougher, but more rewarding.
Healing? I'm plating.
I have a trailer here for this, but it's a pretty fun game so far. I think that if you don't want like the craziness of all the crazy changes in Fortnite and you just want something simple, this one does a good job at it. So I think this is gonna be right after PUBG for me. I'm gonna try and fit in Battlefield and BattleBit as well today. I don't know. I think the last time we streamed was like something like 10 games, 10 to 11 games for variety. But today we won't be doing like 10 to 11 games. We'll do like a solid like 5 or so to give him more time in each game. But one thing is the game is also nice and scalable, so you can lower down the graphics and be able to run it really nicely. It's just simple and smooth textures. And simple lighting and stuff and shadows. So that makes it run nicely on like lower end computers. So that's all fun and dandy. What else? think Daisy just had their update. I don't know much about it, but we can take a look. Is it this? Yeah, it's this one. See what's that about. Yeah, this game has a long way to go before they even reach the Armor 2 levels of DayZ. But honestly, I think that they should just completely start from scratch, a brand new DayZ with a modern engine. Doesn't matter to me. Unreal, Unity, CryEngine, I don't know. And just completely overhaul the animations. That's the biggest thing for me. Like, graphics is whatever, sound is fine, but I think that I can't get over the clunkiness of DayZ, and anything that is done under the Infusion engine. It's a fantastic engine for like milsims, but I think that for any modern shooter, it feels very outdated. Even though, you know, personally for me, I do like the Arma series, but I think with the new Reforger engine, it's feeling a lot better, whole lot better. 1.25. So hopefully Armor 4 is less like janky and a little bit more refined and polished. It's looking good so far, based off what we're seeing in Reforger. I was gonna start PUBG at 12, but you know, I might have guests arrive, so I had to step away for like 30 minutes. In about 30 minutes, so. This is the new expansion. I'm not sure, is this like a free expansion for the game? If it is, then cool. At least they're trying to add wildlife and, you know, fishing and stuff, which is nice. That way you don't always have to fight other players to gear up or just, you know, get food and stuff. 10-year anniversary. When did it came out in early access? 2014, right? What's this? They even have Shroud in the official video. I mean, I hope that they eventually come out with like a marketplace or something, or an actual trade system. Jesus.
There we go. Good job, man.
I mean, the thing about this is it's unique in the way it handles the survival genre. It's hard to replicate that level of tension. It's hilarious. Yeah, I think the day that they announced the sequel to this game, complete overhaul of everything, and then finally put in an actual, like, you know, hunting system in there, an agriculture system. That'd be good. Let's see what we got. PUBG update. Did they announce anything regarding their extractor? So this one is sort of like return to classic mode. Let's see, PUBG 2. Nothing yet. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's gonna be anything new regarding 7th anniversary. 7th anniversary? Like, what's going on here? This one's a minute. I do gotta say, PUBG took a weird turn ever since they were bought up by Bluehole, and then renamed to Grafton. New state official cinematic launch trailer. PUBG roadmap. I'm not sure if PUBG 2 is a thing. Oh, this is the official roadmap. See how it goes. PUBG Studios was renamed to Craft, or is it Crafton is the parent company of PUBG Studios?
안녕하세요. 펍지 배틀그라운드의 인게임 PD 김태현입니다.
안녕하세요. 아웃게임 PD 김상균입니다.
Which is under
작년
Bluehole?
이맘때쯤에도 6주년을 맞아 개발 로드맵을 공유했던 것 같은데요. 2024년에도 저희 개발팀이 준비하고 있는 다양한 콘텐츠들을 소개하게 되어 기쁩니다. 먼저 인게임에서는 올해 두 가지의 방향성 안에서 개발을 진행합니다. 첫 번째는 다채로운 경험입니다. 2023년은 배틀로얄이라는 근본적인 경험을 강화하고자 했습니다. 진입 장벽을 낮추고 고착화된 플레이 방식은 바꾸고 싶었는데요. 한두 개의 컨텐츠만으로는 불가능하며 오히려 PUBG의 핵심 게임성에까지 영향을 줄 수 있음을 배웠습니다. 2024년은 게임을 무작정 쉽게 새롭게 만들기보다는 여러분이 다양한 지점에서 다양한 재미를 느낄 수 있도록 개발을 할 예정입니다. 반복되는 플레이 속에서도 모두가 저마다의 스토리를 완성하고 게임을 지속하는 동기를 얻기 바랍니다. 두 번째는
Oh, Grafton is the parent company for Bluehole.
2017년
Okay.
얼리 액세스 런칭 이후 저희 개발팀은 끊임없이 새로운 경험을 제공하는 것에 집중해 왔습니다. 새로운 컨텐츠들도 물론 준비되고 있으나 올해는 더 장기적인 관점에서 짜임새 있는 게임을 경험하실 수 있도록 재정비하는 시간을 가지고자 합니다.
2024년에는 아웃게임에서도 다채로운 플레이 경험과 라이브 서비스 고도화라는 동일한 목표 아래 플레이어들에게
Okay, that
다양한
makes
콘텐츠를
sense.
선보일
So
준비를 하고
Grafton
있습니다. 위에서 이야기해
owns
주신 두 가지
Bluehole
큰 방향성 아래
Studio,
준비되고
and then
있는
the other
내용을
side is
전체적으로 설명드리도록
PUBG
하겠습니다. 먼저 다채로운
Studios.
플레이 경험 측면에서는 기존의 치킨을 향한 긴 여정 중 초중반에도 유저들에게 플레이 긴장감을 더해줄 수 있는 신규 시스템을 준비하고 있습니다. 기존의 배틀로얄의 최종 목표는 유지하되 새로운 경쟁 요소로 준비되고 있는 시스템이니 많은 관심 부탁드립니다. 추가로 새로운 컨텐츠 이야기에는 콜라보레이션과 스킨에 대한 내용도 빠질 수가 없는데요. 여러분들에게 익숙하면서도 가치 높은 IP와 새로운 스킨 상품 형태도 준비하고 있으니 기대하셔도 좋습니다. 두 번째로 라이브 서비스 고도화 측면입니다. 2023년에
I might just speed it up a little bit.
플랜을 선보였고 플레이어들의 많은 사랑을 받았습니다. 다만 아직은 즐길 거리가 부족하다는 플레이어들의 의견도 있었습니다. 이러한 의견을 반영하여 2024년에는 클랜 안에서 더욱 큰 즐거움을 느낄 수 있도록 다채로운 콘텐츠들이 준비되고 있습니다. 이외에도 다양한 업데이트가 준비되고 있으니 2024년도 많은 기대 부탁드립니다. 자세한 이야기는 직접 개발을 담당해주고 계신 개발자분들에게 직접 이야기 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
퍽지만의 다채로운 경험으로는 월드 업데이트를 가장 먼저 떠올리실 것 같습니다. 올해는 파괴 가능한 월드를 선보이고자 합니다. 여러분이 건물에 눈을 부수고 그 틈새로 수류탄을 던지는 것처럼 월드와 상호작용할 수 있다면 더욱 다양한 전략 전술을 펼칠 수 있지 않을까 하는 생각에서 시작되었습니다. 지형 지물을 파괴함으로써 은 엄폐를 직접 만들거나 교전 우위를 점하고 이동 동선을 단축하는 일들을 상상해 보시면 좋겠습니다. 아직은 다방면에서 논의가 진행되고 있는 상황이지만 다가오는 4월 업데이트에서 부분적으로나마 이를 체험하실 수 있습니다.
기존의 월드에 변주를 주어 새로운 경험을 선사하는 것도 올해의 과제입니다. 당장 3월 13일부터 만나보실 수 있는 7주년 기념 에란겔이 좋은 예시가 될 텐데요. 이처럼 게임 플레이 경험은 그대로 유지하되 시즌, 콜라보레이션, 모드에 맞는 기믹이나 오브젝트를 추가하여 상호작용하는 월드를 만들고자 하니 많은 관심 부탁드립니다.
건플레이는 작년에 이어 올해도 총기 다양화와 새로운 기회를 창출하는 데 집중하겠습니다. 특히 올해는 메타의 변화를 많이 이끌어내고자 합니다. 기존 AR이나 DMR 같은 범용적으로 사용되는 총기의 위상은 유지하되 비주류 총기군이나 외면받고 있는 일부 총기들의 사용성을 강화하려고 합니다. 또한 매 2개월마다 건플레이와 총기 밸런스 업데이트를 진행할 예정입니다. 이는 더 빠른 이터레이션을 통해 밸런스적인 문제를 제거하고 안정적인 총기 생태계를 키워나가고자 하는 목적입니다. 또한 변화가 잦은 만큼 유저분들의 메타 적응에도 신경을 쓰고 있습니다. 다가올 3월 13일 28.2 업데이트에서는 아케이드를 통해 SMG 전체의 리밸런스를 실험적으로 보여드리고자 합니다. 총기 메타를 변화시키고 순환시키는 것도 중요한 목표이지만 건플레이는 게임의 근간이 되는 영역이기에 무게감을 가지고 신중하게 업데이트를 할 것입니다. 큰 변화가 일반 매치에 바로 적용되는 것이 아닌 플레이어들이 먼저 테스트하는 과정을 거칠 텐데요. 테스트 서버보다는 쉽게 접근하실 수 있도록 아케이드를 적극적으로 활용할 예정입니다.
Like, I give it to the devs that they had to they had to polish up a pile of spaghetti code. The same way, what you call it? Okay, when League of Legends first came out, obviously there was a lot of bugs and stuff. And eventually they had to clean up all that mess. So that's exactly what the the newer devs for PUBG Studios has to deal with from, the original game, from the previous devs.
여러 지역 그리고 여러 성향의 플레이어들의 목소리를 고려하고 내부적으로도 충분한 분석을 거쳐서 잘 다듬어진 건플레이를 라이브에 업데이트하고자 합니다. 이처럼 건플레이에서는 메타 변화에 있어서 여러분들과 긴밀한 커뮤니케이션을 하는 데 초점을 맞추고 있습니다. 최근 2월 진행된 산탄총 너프와 같이 커뮤니티가 바래왔던 업데이트도 있으며 꾸준히 의견을 주시는 스카나 AKM의 버프.
I'm not sure if the shotgun, I mean, the shotgun has a very niche or a specific play style, I personally never had to run into an issue. I mean, I personally hadn't run into any issues with shotguns, but I mean, maybe there's people running into getting like one-shotted by like one of the pump action or whatever, or the double pump or a double barrel one. I don't know, but I'm curious to see what the balance changes are for it. I know that the semi-auto one, I don't remember the name of it. That one was kind of nasty too, but yeah, let's see let's see how it goes with those shotguns.
그리고 OP 총기에 대한 조정도 예정되어 있다는 점 미리 말씀드리면 좋겠네요. 건플레이에 일어나는 변경 사항에 대해서는
Is Scar considered overpowered?
메타 변화에 있어서 여러분들과 긴밀한 커뮤니케이션을 하는데 초점을 맞추고 있습니다.
Or did they need a buff?
진행된 산탄총 너프와 같이 커뮤니티가 발휘했던 업데이트도 있으며 꾸준히 의견을 주시는 스카나 AKM의 버프 그리고 OP 총기에 대한 조정도 예정되어 있다는 점 미리 말씀드리면 좋겠네요. 건플레이에 일어나는 변경 사항에 대해서는 그 배경과 맥락을 여러분들과 투명하고 꾸준히 공유해서 납득할 수 있는 라이브 환경을 만들어 나가는데 집중하겠습니다.
이 밖에도 인게임 세션 경험을 확장할 수 있는 다양한 컨텐츠들이 준비되고 있습니다. 업기, 차량 태우기, 비상 낙하산 등을 통해 플레이어들이 액션의 다양화에 대한 갈증이 많음을 느꼈습니다. 2월 업데이트를 통해 선보인 차량 파쿠르, 협동 파쿠르 이외에도 액션 위주의 컨텐츠들을 준비하고 있습니다. 현재 특정
it definitely needs the animation's huge. They needed to really fix that. Jumping, vaulting and stuff is so like it's so awkward.
파밍과 같이 생존을 도울 수 있는 아이템들을 집중적으로 고민하고 있습니다.
I gotta give the guys at I gotta give COD the credit. Their vaulting and climbing and jumping, it's pretty polished. So that's something that most games should strive towards. It's very like if it looks like you can jump on it or vault on it or climb on it, it works. It's not perfect, but it does a good job.
아이템들이 일반적인 월드 스폰 아이템으로 나올 예정입니다. 배틀로얄보다는 캐주얼한 경험을 위해 찾아주시는 모드도 고도화할 예정입니다. 특히 작년 할로윈에 선보였던 PvE 모드 굶주린 자들은 대인 교전에서 받았던 서러움과 허탈감을 해소한다는 측면에서 좋은 피드백을 받았었습니다. 이를 개선할 뿐만 아니라 정기적으로 새로운 업데이트를 제공하여 TDM, IBR과 같이 지속 가능한 모드로 포지셔닝할 예정입니다.
Yeah, TDM needs a little bit of a tweak.
기다려주시는 판타지 배틀로얄 역시 올해 부활하니 많은 기대 부탁드리겠습니다.
2024년에는 여러분들의 게임 플레이에 새로운 목표와 긴장감을 더해줄 다채로운 시스템을 준비하고 있습니다. 배틀그라운드에서는 최후의 1인이 되어 치킨.
I think the only time they should introduce bots is only in casual mode. In ranked, definitely not.
저희는 향후 장기적으로 일반 매치에 포함되는 보스에 대한 고도화를 진행할 예정입니다. 현재 보스는 누구나 보심을 인지할 수 있고 배틀로얄과 유동적으로 동작하지 않아서 보스로 인한 몰입이 떨어진다는 의견을 많이 받아왔습니다. 보시 단순히 킬이나 인원수를 위한 장치라기보다는 다양하고 재미있는 교전 상황을 연출할 수 있는 보스를 만드는 것이 현재 목표입니다. AI에 대한 심도 있는 R&D를 진행하여 보시 유저처럼 자연스럽게 행동할 수 있도록 행동 패턴을 세분화하는 작업을 진행 중입니다. 예를 들어 보시 팀원을 살리기 위해 연막을 뿌리고 뛴다거나 여러분이 자주 사용하시는 기울이기나 지그재그 무빙을 개인 전투에서 사용한다는 것을 상상해 보시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 다만 기존의 게임 플레이를 너무 어렵게 하거나 기존년 유저들을 적응하기 어렵게 만드는 방식으로는 만들지 않으려고 합니다. 또한 보시 오래되고 복잡한 시스템인 만큼 당장 빠르게 업데이트를 하기보다는 완성도를 중심으로 길게 보고 신중하게 업데이트하려고 합니다. 플레이어 여러분들께서도 기대를 가지고 기다려주시면 감사하겠습니다.
또 하나, 올해는 테스트 서버를 운영하지 않습니다. 기존 테스트 서버는 안정성 확인과 피드백 수집이 주 목적이었습니다만 라이브 서버와 별도로 설치, 업데이트가 필요해 접근이 쉽지 않았습니다. 앞으로는 라이브 서버에서 콘텐츠를 테스트하는 공간을 마련해 누구나
4년 경쟁전 또한 도입되어 다양하고 재밌는 장면들을 만들어냈습니다. 올해도 신동감 있는 게임이 되길 희망합니다.
두 번째, 전할 예정전을 지속적으로
I haven't played ranked yet.
오랜만에 진행하는 경쟁전 업데이트.
많은 유저들이 클랜 활동에 재미를 더하고 특별한 클랜
5 업그레이드입니다.
Okay, here we go.
올해도 PUBG가 오랫동안 사랑받을 수 있도록 여러 가지를 준비하고 있습니다. 그중 가장 핵심적인 내용은 UGC와 언리얼 엔진 5
Wow. I'll screenshot that. Looks like the transition to UE5 is now happening for a lot of games.
업그레이드입니다. 먼저 플레이어에게 자율성을 부여하는 UGC 모드를 준비하고 있습니다. 자신만의 세계와 룰을 만들고 지인, 혹은 다른 플레이어와 놀 수 있는 환경을 제공하여 PUBG가 앞으로도 오랫동안 사랑받을 수 있도록 목표하고 있습니다. 다음으로 플레이어분들이 가장 궁금해하시는 언리얼 엔진 5 업그레이드입니다. 현재 PUBG는 언리얼 엔진 4를 이용하여 개발하고 있고 이를 상위 버전인 언리얼 엔진 5로 교체하려고 합니다. 언리얼 엔진 5 교체에서 플레이어분들이 가장 기대하는 요소가 바로 비주얼적인 변화일 것입니다. 현재 개발팀은 언리얼 엔진 5 교체로 최고 퀄리티의 비주얼 변화를 목표하고 있습니다. 캐릭터, 차량, 무기, 월드 등 모든 요소의 비주얼을 업그레이드하고자 합니다. 플레이어들이 가장 크게 체감 가능한 요소를 말씀드렸고 엔진이 변경되면서 다양한 요소들을 변경과 유지하며 개발을 진행하고 있습니다. 모두 자세하게 말씀드리기는 힘들지만 PUBG의 상징성과 고유한 게임 플레이를 유지하면서 오랫동안 사랑받는 게임으로 만들겠습니다.
Oh, there's a big one, anti-cheat.
안녕하세요. 안치치트실 김성환입니다. 24년도 안치치트 방향성을 공유드리기에 앞서 먼저 23년 작년 한 해를 돌아보고자 합니다. F2P로 전환된 22년에 이어 23년도는 매우 중요한 시기였습니다. 저희는 23년 공정한 게임 환경을 만들기 위해 크게 세 가지 키워드, 대응력 강화, 재진 억제, 소통 강화를 하고자 했습니다. 이 키워드들을 중심으로 작년에 진행했던 주요 안치치트 대응들과 변화를 플레이 여러분들께 공유드리고자 합니다. 먼저 대응력 강화 측면입니다.
I'm glad they're just addressing it. It uses easy anti-cheat currently. I mean, battle lie.
이를 통해 23년도에는 22년도 대비 약 33%가 증가한 약 319만 계정이 영구적으로 이용 제한이 되었습니다. 이 외에도 클라이언트 보안 취약점을 수정하여 치트 개발자들의 허들을 높였으며 개발자 일지에서 소개드린 안티-ESP와 같은 다양한 안치치트 기능들을 적용하여 원천 방어를 하고자 했습니다. 또한 치터들의 재진입 억제를 위한 몇 가지 개선 작업도 진행했습니다. 23년도 상반기 안치치트 리뷰에서 말씀드린 것 같이 22년 10월 이후 하드웨어 변 우회가 증가하여 저희들이 보고 있는 지표의 악화와 유저 여러분들의 플레이 경험 또한 좋지 못했습니다. 그래서 저희들은 우선순위를 높여 개선과 대응을 진행하였으며 현재는 안정화된 상태라고 판단하고 있습니다. 이외에도 치터들의 경계
That's the reason why a lot of games are dying. Warzone 1, H1Z1, even PUBG started dying because of the amount of cheaters that littered every lobby. If you remember back in H1, not only was there a huge amount of cheaters or scripters, there was a huge amount of teamers from different regions. I won't say which region, but we all know. And they would team up in squads of like 10 to like 15 players. And that's why a lot of players were calling for a region lock or whatever. But yeah, that was a huge problem. That's why H1 is kind of, in my opinion, is pretty dead. And this game nearly suffered the same fate too. They saw a huge amount of cheaters, teamers, and then with the bleeding out of the player base, you know, a lot of players not returning back to the game, they had to introduce bots into the game to supplement the lack of players. So this game nearly fell down that path that H1 did.
TPS 인증과 재인증 등을 도입하였습니다. 그리고 안치치트의 전통적인 기술 외에 딥러닝
I think of all the VR games so far, I think Warzone and Fortnite came out luckily. They had their phases, but the newer Warzone 3 or whatever and Fortnite, I mean, they're still gonna have their scripters running around too, but I guess it seems like that they're able to somehow survive that, you know, onslaught of, you know, issues. Maybe they're probably like actively addressing it, but I think it's still a problem now today. But in Fortnite personally, I haven't encountered them as much. But I think in Warzone currently, it's now becoming a problem again. It's like it resurged. There's a resurgence in cheating again in Warzone. That's why I could see a lot of COD streamers that are like playing other games because they don't like dealing with that, which is reasonable. PUBG is still in this sort of kind of phase where they're trying to tackle it.
활용 범위를 넓혀가고 있습니다. 우선 치터들의 계정 수급처 중 하나였던 서바이벌 마스터리 레벨 어뷰징 대응을 위해 딥러닝 기술을 활용하기 시작했으며 치터의 특징을 활용한 다양한 모델을 적용하여 일정한 성과도 확인할 수 있습니다.
First of all, why would anyone want to boost in PUBG of all games? It's like you don't really gain much from that. I mean, maybe you get put in a higher like elo lobby, but there's like very little reward for actually achieving specific ranks in this game. It's like nobody really cares. It's not like in CS or League where your rank is how do you say it? There's certain values to it socially, I guess, within the game's, social circles, whatever, or within the game community. It's like, yeah, if you're like diamond or plat or whatever, or bronze, then people will perceive you differently. But in PUBG, no one really discusses it. No one really cares.
23년은 여러 측면에서 개선이 있었지만 이전 시점에 비해 상대적으로 나아진 것이며 여전히 많은 개선이 필요하고 절대적으로 치터가 적은 상태라는 의미는 아닙니다. 그래서
Yeah, as I said, it's still substantial even till today, because this video was put out 2 months ago, right? Yeah, 2 months ago.
더욱 공정한 게임
they're
환경을
still
만들기
tackling
위해
it.
24년도에는 다음과 같은 내용을 중심으로 개선을
But it's just
대응력 확대를 위해
I give the devs that they're putting out or being pretty transparent about what they're trying to do to fix it. So there's
기능
that.
개발과 기능 개선을 통해 게임 내 치터들을 더욱 빠르게 탐지하고 제재할 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 또한 사격, 이동 등에 대한 게임 취약점들을 보완하여 특정 기능들이 개발되지 않도록 원천적인 방어도 이어가겠습니다. 나갈 것입니다. 콘솔 플레이어 분들께서 꾸준히 말씀 주셨던 키보드 마우스 사용을 데이터적인 측면 외에 기술적인 탐지를 위한 R&D를 시작했습니다. 23년도에는 경쟁전에 중점을 두었다면 14년도에는 경쟁전뿐만 아니라 일반전과 다른 모드에 대해서도 이전보다 개선된 수준으로 대응하고자 합니다. 이를 위해 앞서 말씀드린 대응력 확대를 진행하는 것에 더해 치터들의 일반전 진입 억제 등 다양한 방안들을 검토 중입니다. 이에 대한 내용들은 보다 구체화된 내용으로 다시 공유 드리도록 하겠습니다. 플레이어 여러분들께서 가장 많이 언급해 주시는 조사를 위한 일시적인 게임 이용 제한 조치에 대해서도 개선을 진행할 예정입니다. 우선 커뮤니티상에서 비교적 높은 조치에서는 선량한 이용자들에게 잘못 적용될 수 있는 리스크가 비교적 높은 점을 인지하고 있습니다.
Oh yeah, this is false flag stuff.
본인이 제거하는 한편
Yeah, that's very
개선하고자
tricky.
합니다.
Because
부정행위 트렌드를
see, the thing is, with any game with a reporting system, there's always going to be false flags where players that simply just get outplayed are reporting legitimate players. But I think that the numbers is pretty low with regards to that. And obviously, there should always be an appeal system.
이용 제한 조치에서
in case someone gets false flagged.
대체할 뿐 부정행위 트렌드를 파악하거나 치터 의심자를 분류하고 대응하는 데 있어 중요한 자료로서 계속 활용할 예정입니다. 마지막으로 24년도에는 안티치트와 관련된 이슈나 성과에 대해 플레이어 여러분들과 가감없이 소통하고 피드백을 받을 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
그런 선물을 준비했습니다.
It's come a long way. It's the game has been through some rough moments, but that's still one of the most significant games, or one of the most iconic games in Steam's history, honestly. I don't know of any game that has cracked that 3.3 mil concurrent player record. The only one I could think of is Fortnite, but that's outside of Steam. That's like across all clients or wherever it's available, just Epic. But I think they saw in one day, they saw like 6 mil concurrent players. It was around the same weekend that OG Fortnite mode was available. So that's 6 mil. That's like double of what PUBG did on Steam. But yeah. 3.3 mils or something like that for PUBG. Yeah, I mean, still got a long way to go in my opinion, but it's shaping up nicely, I guess. But but it's hard to replicate the. I'd say the gunplay is probably one of my favorite. It's not perfect, and it needs a lot of refinement, but I like the foundation that PUBG had in terms of the gunplay. Oh, they even have a weekly bans notice. Very nice. I can actually show that here. So here you go. Desktop mode. And there it is. May 29th, June 5th. Weekly ban notice. And then you click on it. I assume that it shows a list of... Let's see. Maybe it just shows... It's probably going to show only stats. It's not going to show specific names or anything. Yeah, that's what I figured. Just, just to show how many devices and stuff are banned. Oh, okay. They show a time period, they show a chart, and then list of banned accounts here. Wow, they even took a... Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Not a lot of developers or gaming studios, they do this. They don't normally put out a list of banned accounts. At least they sort of redacted it to not reveal the full name, but you can kind of make out what the player is if you encounter any of these people. But that's a pretty good how do you say, a good step up in terms of transparency for trying to show that they are actually actively working on banning accounts. So that's pretty cool. Not even Valorant does this. You just only know of the report. They do put out stats and stuff, but they don't put out a list of banned accounts. So it's nice to see that, hey, if you encounter any of these players and you might have seen their names, and for sure that they were scripting or whatever, cheating, and they got banned, and you'll be able to sort of match up their names here. Most people, they just report and forget, but I guess some people like to know. So that's crazy. Just like 354 pages worth of banned scripters and cheaters, or permanently banned players. That's crazy. I don't know why anyone would buy boosted accounts. It's for a free-to-play game, but that where rank doesn't, or level kind of barely matters. But there's always people, I guess people with money aren't really, scripters and cheaters aren't the greatest when it comes to judgment. Yeah, definitely not the smartest or brightest bunch. Steam Guard. I wonder if these players also get reported to Steam as well. It's part of like a VAC ban. That'd be nice. Because I think there's several layers of banning. There is account, and then there is, oh yeah, I'll be back.